Parent Entrepreneur Power, conversation number 142.
Parent Entrepreneur Power.
Wait, what? Entrepreneur Power!
This is the podcast for parents juggling the tough choices required for success in business while putting family first. Hi, I'm Mary Catherine Johnson, and I share the ups and downs and dirty truths of profits and potty training while chatting with successful parent entrepreneurs from all walks of life. Are you powered up? Hey there, Power Parents. Guess who? Mary Catherine Johnson here, and welcome to the conversation. I am so honored to be able to share this time with you. I'm so honored that you've chosen to share it with me, and I definitely take that very seriously. So I'm not going to mince any words. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get down to business, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. I really want to share with you something that has been very powerful for both myself in my business and for each of the clients that I've been helping with this very recently. So hang on. If you are ready to uncover your entrepreneurial identity so you can create the family and the financial freedom that you are really searching for, then listen up. That's exactly what we're going to talk about. And I'm going to show you step by step how you can do that, how you can really take the broad idea of your business, everything you do in your business. And I know all of us do everything. And we have lots of offers that we have in our business, lots of things we do in the different parts of our business. And I'm not talking your task list, okay, that you have to post to QuickBooks or you have to post to your social media. I'm talking about the exact things you do to make money. Very few of us only do one thing to make money, okay? Very few of us. We have lots of different options. Lots of different things, lots of different expertise that we can employ within our business. And we usually spread ourselves very thin and offer too many things. And we step over piles of money that are sitting, waiting for us to pick up if we would just focus on what we do best and who we serve best. And the best way we serve them, people would be knocking down our doors to have us do that for them, the right people. And if that's what you want to work with the right people in whose lives you can make the biggest impact, then please stay tuned, because that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to give you some specific case studies and examples from some of my clients and from my own business and the things that I've been able to do. All right, so here we go. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? What do I mean by uncover your entrepreneurial identity? Well, unless you are like my good buddy, Joey Kornman, who is the founder and CEO of School of Motion, unless you're him, you are probably struggling like the rest of the typical small businesses and the typical online entrepreneurs especially, but even small businesses out in the world, brick and mortar. Okay, most of them making anywhere from, say, $50,000 a year on the low end to maybe $150,000 on the high end, maybe $200,000. Okay, and if you're one of those people and you fall within that range, or even if you fall less than that and you're just doing your thing on the side, I'm speaking to you. Okay, Joey Kornman, he's basically, I think he's going to reach his $1 million mark this week. This Wednesday, by the time this goes live, I think he's going to reach his $1 million this year. So you're not Joey Kornman, okay? If you are not, and you are in that range that I mentioned, then you are who I'm speaking to, okay? So I hope I have your attention. But if you want to get to that $1 million, I think this will easily help you. Absolutely be the first step in helping you. You can't do it without this. I'm serious. So, how do you uncover that entrepreneurial identity? Well, Even Joey, when he started, he did motion design, and he did all kinds of different motion design. He did beginning motion design, advanced motion design, talked about some of the particular projects that he was working on, but he was basically teaching people how to do motion design on, graphics on the computer. And once he got laser focused as to exactly how he helps people and who he helps and how he helps them and what transformation they have when he's done, that skyrocketed his business. Okay? You can go to schoolofmotion.com and see what I'm talking about. That is the end result of lots of work trying to discover his entrepreneurial identity. Okay? But he's got it. Now he's working on the next phase, which is growing beyond $1 million. And I've been told, since I haven't grown a business beyond $1 million, that's the toughest part. So let's take the rest of us, okay, that fall in that particular realm that I mentioned in the beginning. Let's say how we uncover that entrepreneurial identity. Well, I've already given you a couple of hints. Number one, you have to know who you serve. And I'm not talking you just serve women. You're just talking to women or just talking to men. I know a lot of dadpreneurs out there who actually have podcasts and businesses geared toward fathers and fatherhood. Okay? That's great, but that's not just who you serve. Get even more specific than just men or women. Get very specific. Who is it? Who is it you serve? Well, you know who I serve, right? You come to this podcast every week and you know exactly who I serve. I serve parents building businesses. But I'm even more specific than that. I help parents of toddlers to teens build businesses. Now, there are some parents in my audience whose kids are already fully grown. And there are some parents in my audience who have newborns. But the majority of the people that I speak to, you out there, you know who you are, you're listening to my voice now, are parents of toddlers to teens in that range. And that's a boatload of people, right? We know that. But it also excludes a boatload of people. Okay, I'm not necessarily in the boomer generation speaking to them, right? Their kids are grown and they have grandkids. However, some of my audience also has grandkids. So just because I've narrowed my focus, I'm trying to tell you, does not mean you negate everyone else. Other people who resonate, who your passion, your message, your voice resonates with, will find you, even if you don't fit that specific group of people that you think you serve. Okay? So let's keep it at that. Who do you serve? Be specific. You know, for me, parents building businesses, but specifically parents of toddlers to teens. All right. Now, how do you serve them? How do you help those people? Well, obviously, I have a podcast and I try and share valuable information and insights and inspiration with amazing parents who are building businesses. So you already know that. I'm on 142 episode doing exactly that. Okay? But that's not how I help them to make money. Okay? You notice these episodes don't have advertising. I'm sure you've listened to many podcasts that have advertising. I'm not making money off this podcast, as my husband quite regularly reminds me. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. I'm teasing. He's totally cool with it. But I'm not making money off this podcast, all right? So I have to help people in other ways in order to keep my business going. Okay, now I've already told you I have Mommy Loves, okay? I've talked on many other people's podcasts about Mommy Loves, and that business is still going strong. So that's one stream of revenue that I have, and that's mommyloves.com. You can go check it out, and especially now coming up on Halloween, if you know anyone who's pregnant, I'll give a plug for Mommy Loves right there. That's my only advertising I'll do for my own company. The number one, the biggest selling maternity shirt that I have ever created is My Little Pumpkin, and it has a little jack-o'-lantern, a smiling jack-o'-lantern on the belly, and it says My Little Pumpkin, and also the twins version of that, My Little Pumpkins, and you can see them at mommyloves.com, and you can buy them there. That is number one. Halloween is the biggest season. I make the most money ever in Halloween because women buy maternity clothes for themselves, and they choose this one, and it's a fun themed event. And that's what I sell is novelty maternity clothes. So yeah, go to mommyloves.com and check out My Little Pumpkin if it's Halloween time when you're listening to this. And if not, I have all kinds of holiday designs and general designs, like, there's a pea in this pod with a cute little pea pod in it. But anyway, I digress from my advertising. Sorry. Okay, so I have Mommy Loves as one stream of revenue. This podcast does not make me money unless you go buy a maternity shirt, like I just said. And I have to make money some other way. So if that's my audience, that's still my audience, parents building businesses, parents of teens, toddlers to teens, then how do I help them? How do I help those people? Well, I help them with exactly what the title of this is, exactly what this subject matter is that I started this. I help them uncover their entrepreneurial identity. That's what I do. I found that because of the fact that I've done that. I uncovered my entrepreneurial identity when I started Mommy Loves. And I floundered a little and I published a book and I thought I would help people self-publish. But really it comes down to helping moms and dads build businesses. That's my entrepreneurial identity. And then what transformation does that basically help them have in their lives? It helps them create family and financial freedom. Because again, I lived that. You know about my trip to Europe this summer. It was not possible without that. That's exactly, once I uncovered that, I no longer had to chase down every dollar. I no longer had to chase down whether or not I was going to help someone redesign their website, or whether I was going to help them with an email funnel, or if I was going to help them with social media, or if I was going to write copy for their site. I didn't have to look at all those different things. I could focus on exactly what I help people do, and I mentor them to really uncover who they are and what's the best part of their business they can uncover that creates the most revenue in the least time. Okay, so that's what I do. That's what transformation my clients have. But let me tell you how this has worked for my clients. Okay? Remember, that's the statement we have to complete. I help blank. So who is it? With blank. What do you help them with? And so they can create blank, or so they can blank. Okay? So I help blank who with blank what, so they can blank transformation. If you can complete that statement very focused, very clear, you will find your own transformation. Let me give you some examples. I have one particular client right now who came to me, and the first thing she said was, I need social media help. I need help with social media. I said, great, I think I can help you with that. But of course, if she actually just needed social media help, I would have referred her to someone else. Because why? I found my entrepreneurial identity, and I am not a social media poster or social media coach. Okay, I'm not focused on just social media. I'm focused on business. And so if it actually turned out that she really just needed social media help, I would be able to have a network of people that I could refer her to. But through questioning and asking her, what exactly do you need help with? What are you doing in your business and all of that? It was quickly very clear. She was telling me that she really didn't know exactly what she needed. She really didn't know exactly what she wanted to focus on. And she was chasing every dollar and trying to just make things work. She was still struggling and spinning her wheels trying to figure this thing out. So I asked her, if you could figure out exactly what it is you want to do and stop spinning your wheels, would that be something you're interested in? And then you can take your social media and make it work. Because if you're going to try and post to social media, but you really have no idea what you're posting, and you have no idea what your direction is or who you're speaking to, it's going to be very ineffective. So she agreed, yes, that's what I need. And we started working together. And the very first week, immediately, before we even met, I specifically had her complete this statement, and we went back and forth via email so that she could be very clear as to who completing this statement. I help blank with blank so they can blank. It ended up that she was so crystal clear, and that so many realizations and revelations from that when we met, it was a total transformation in the direction of her business and what she wanted to do. Now, it's been actually almost 2 months later now. She already has a complete business plan and direction that she is unveiling courses for and a membership group in December. And this is October. And she's going to be gone for a month, the whole month of November. She had already had a trip planned. So almost the whole month of November. And we've only been working 2 months, and she's already got online courses ready to go by December because she was so crystal clear in completing that statement. She's already done focus groups. She's already done surveys to make sure that her audience wants this. She didn't have a huge audience. She only had an email list of about 150, maybe 200 people. But she has a nice, good network of people that she knows on Facebook and Instagram. And she's already on her way with focus, clarity, and incredible passion. And she already, just by making that statement, I help blank with blank so they can blank, she finished that statement for herself. And within 2 weeks, she had her first private coaching client in exactly her focus. Now, I'm not telling you what it is, I'm sorry, because of the fact that she's unveiling this new thing, and it is totally new in December, and I don't want to jeopardize it or take any of her thunder away. But within 2 weeks, she had her first private coaching client in this niche, and I think she was charging $130 per session, per hour, just to coach on this one topic. That is clarity. That is focus. That is niching. That is entrepreneurial identity. And it is her. She already has videos created, professional videos, all of that done in such a short period of time. But once you light that fire and you know what matches you're using and you know what wood and what kindling and you know exactly what the fire is going to burn for, then it's amazing what you can do. And it's amazing that the return on your investment of your time and your energy that you get. Okay, so that's one client and that's one example. Let me take an example of someone who did this a while ago. And you've heard this person on the show several times, twice now, I believe. Her name is Shannon O'Brien. She's an incredible lady. Beautiful, beautiful woman. And she struggled for quite a while. She knew what her niche was, but she struggled in her audience and really her identity. And let me tell you why. She knew, if you remember Shannon, you can go back to, I think she was episode number 390, actually. She was on the show twice. And she knew, she's an esthetician, and she focused on sugaring. If you don't know what sugaring is, it's just like waxing, only it's a natural product and it hurts less. That's a good thing. And it easier on your skin, better for the environment, natural product made from water, sugar, and lemon. And it's just incredible. So she almost 100% of her practice, actually 100% of what she does is sugaring. She has other people doing other things in her practice like facials and brows and massage and all that kind of thing. But her personal focus for her hands and the way she touches people literally is sugaring. And then she wanted to create an online because she was training other people on how to do sugaring because you need a certificate for it before you can actually buy the sugar paste and the products. So she was training people one-on-one, and she'd have to fly all over the United States or have them fly to her. And finally she said, right at the right time, right place and right time, I helped her create iSugar University. And that's an online sugar certification program. Now, she was already focused on her niche. She knew she needed sugaring. She knew that's what she wanted to teach. But she was a little bit scattered in it in the sense that she started with basic certification. So these are estheticians who need a license to become estheticians and cosmetologists who need an actual license and training to actually have that title. And then she was actually giving them extended, training basically, so that they needed the next license, which was sugar license. Okay, license to sugar. Sounds like license to kill, but it's not. It's license to sugar. And so she knew she wanted to focus on the basic certification. Okay, so all the basic techniques. But she at the same time was trying to also train advanced techniques. Okay, and when she when she did not have that focus, she had the focus on sugaring, but she did not have the focus on whether she was going to train basic certification or advanced techniques. And neither of them basically took off until she created her entrepreneurial identity. And that was teaching people not just how to sugar, but what the heck the thing was and why they should do it. She focused on the basic certification. The basic certification. She made that commitment. She said, I help estheticians learn how to sugar so they can boost their revenue with this amazing skill. And once she focused on that, learn how to sugar, not learn advanced techniques, but learn how to sugar, know what it is and learn how to do it, her online iSugar University took off. So that now, almost a year later, now she can start introducing the advanced trainings. Now she can expand. Once she got that base set, once she knew who her market was, and she served that market perfectly and to the best of her ability, now she can go off into the advanced trainings and start expanding. But until she got that focus first, she was trying to do too many things to too many people too often. Does that make sense? I really, really hope that makes sense. That's a client that has been doing this for over a year. Or actually, she's had iSugar University for several years. But the real focus on just basic certification is what allowed her business to take off. And I mean take off, people. Within 1 month, her revenue just all of a sudden soared. I'm telling you. And I have several clients who are in this same process, a nutrition consultant who is now focusing on one specific aspect of her nutrition business. I have a customer service professional, a professional who trains other people, not just on customer service, but her entrepreneurial identity was uncovered to be customer satisfaction. How do you really, really satisfy your customers with your product and your service? Once she found that focus, the world opened up for her. It's really incredible how this works. And once you find it, and we've heard the words niche down. The riches are in the niches. And God bless John Lee Dumas. He has been so pivotal in this whole niching process. But I don't want you to just find your avatar. To me, when I tried to find just my avatar, yes, that's important. Yes, that helped me in this process. But really, you need to complete this statement. You need to know deep in your heart and make sure that it is your uniqueness that you bring to this. I help blank with blank so they can blank. Once you do that, the rest of the mechanics fall into place. Then you can clarify your actions. Then you know exactly what are zombie actions and what are power actions because you know who you're talking to and what they need. And you can focus just on the actions you need to do to get it to them. All right? So you can clarify your actions. And then you can clarify your sales. You can be very specific. You can just take the mechanics of how are you going to deliver your product? What product are you going to create? Is it going to be an online course? Is it going to be a physical product? Is it going to be a mastermind group? Is it going to be an actual retreat? Okay, that's another one. A yoga person who teaches yoga. Her focus is retreats. She just wants to host retreats, yoga retreats in beautiful locations. I mean, now she's fired up and already has her first retreat scheduled in Bali, and people are buying it and actually going to show up. Incredible. It's just incredible, people. So you can clarify what you sell and how you sell it and how you deliver it. You can clarify your results, know exactly your prospects, your opt-in rates, your retention, your sales rates, your everything that is required in your business to make money. And you can take that and then stop the leaks. Stop the people who come to your site that really want that one thing that are leaving because your message is too broad and it doesn't speak to them. Once you get focused on who you help, how you help them, and the transformation they make, your message is very clear and it speaks directly to that person. So you can clarify your results. You can clarify your offerings. You can batch. Now you know exactly what you do, so you can batch through it. You can implement all these actions so that you can create the plan, the short-term plan, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, and 5 years, 10 years, and really see that you are making progress there and not just try and keep throwing that dart at the dartboard, but you can't even see the dartboard and you don't know where the bullseye is. It's really clarifying that bullseye. That's what this is doing. And then you no longer have to throw it and hope you hit it because you can see it clearly. All right? Then you can take and move forward and go beyond this and start really creating that family and financial freedom. I so hope that this helped you clarify, and I'd love for you to get down to business and really find out, answer those 3 questions. Who do you help? How do you help them? And what transformation are they going to have? And if they don't have a transformation, if their transformation isn't powerful, you haven't gone deeply enough. My friend, you just haven't. And I would love for you to share with me once you determine this, what it is you've come up with. I also have an opt-in for you. And if you'd like to go through this with me and me taking you by the hand in an email series of exactly how you can do this, not just me talking, but with materials and worksheets and weekly and daily emails, then you can opt in by texting UNCOVER to 44222. And you will get the strategy and the outline of the strategy that I take. And then you will start this process step by step, and I will be there to hold your hand. So if you'd like that, sounds like that's something you'll do, and it's free. I'm not selling it. I'm doing webinars and things for a mastermind that I'm doing, and I'm actually looking for a premier group to go through this mastermind with me in a private group mastermind, because I've been getting amazing results with clients and myself with this process, and I've got it nailed down. Over the last year, I've nailed it down. And if you want to be part of that, you can definitely inquire about that because I am looking for that premier group. But if you want to just get into this email series and start this process on your own with me holding your hand through email, virtually holding your hand. I'd love to hold your hand personally, but I'm sure we don't live in the same area. But if you want to get this email series, just text UNCOVER, one word, UNCOVER to 44222, and I'll be right there. And I'll get you all the information that you need, the strategy, the strategy outline, and then you'll start the email process. And as always, if you want to visit the show notes and get the links to the podcast episodes that I mentioned with Shannon and any of the other information, or if you want to actually visit the show notes and click on the link if you're on a desktop, then you can always go to parententrepreneurssuccess.com/PEP142. All right, Power Parents, I hope this helped. I hope that you have been able to get closer to uncovering your entrepreneurial identity so that you can create family and financial freedom. And I hope you enjoy that journey. To get powered up for your day, just go to parententrepreneur.power.com and listen to any one of the over 100 episodes we've had so far with amazing entrepreneurs just like you. It might just help you feel like a grown-up again.